Everyone, so this video is regarding the US Soccer Federation's Learning Center, and in particular being able to plan and create complete training sessions using the US Soccer Learning Center session creator or tool. So just a quick guide through it. So once you're logged into the US Soccer Learning Center, you select planning and start with graphics. So it will land you on this page, so you can already see the graphics under my library that I've created. If you're involved in any groups, you'll see group library graphics and also the US Soccer Libraries graphics. So I'll go back to my library and I'm going to click create new. So I'm going to give it a title. You can leave some notes if you want. And then I'm going to click next. So now I get onto the selection tool. So here I've got the field. I can change my fields, the background, so landscape, portrait, different area sizes depending on what I'm going to use, different sizes of the field. So I'm going to stick with an 11x11 portrait. And then on this side you've got all different tools that you can use if you like. So if I click here, you've got equipment. So the first thing I'm going to put in is a goal. There's different ways to change the size, the rotation, the direction of the goal, or delete it. And again, as you can see, it's still got a goal that it wants to go in, so it's a bit cumbersome in terms of when adding new things. But now I can add the players, blue triangles, red circles. So I'm going to go to a goalkeeper first. And again, if I want to change the colour and the label colour, I can do. If I want to rotate it, I can do. Or I can use this tool to rotate. Or if I want to change the size of the players, I can do. If I want to put a back four in, for example, again, it will just copy what I've already put in. So I'm going to change it up and I'm going to number it. So there's my 2. There's my 4. There's my 5. 3, so on and so forth. So I'm going to put a few players in here. Opposition players, sorry, 8 and a 10. So I've got my players in. So now I'll click back on my players and I want to put my blue triangles in. So again, follow the same process, label them, put them in. So you get the idea. Oh, it says 8, 6. So got my players in. So now I want to put some more equipment down. So I want cones in, and again, I can put these cones wherever I like. I can change the colour of them if I like. So I might change it to a yellow cone. I'll change it back to an orange. You get the idea. And again, I can change the size of things. No need in rotating those cones. And that's the same for any equipment that you want to put in as well. Close that. Players, you can put these sorts of players in. Not a fan, if I'm honest. If you want to highlight a certain area, you can do. You can put fill colour in, stroke colour, to highlight different areas. Put text in. So insert your text here. And you can put, I'm going to put a ball in. You can change the ball if you don't like the Nike ball. Again, neutral ball. And then you've got different passing and movement lines that you can put in. You can change the colour of these lines. dashed for movement lines, snaked for dribbling lines, so on and so forth. So let me see, you can change the colour of them actually. No, can't see a way to change the colour. I'm sure there is. So you get the idea. So pretty straightforward in terms of the design. Once you're ready and your diagram is completed, obviously you've got other equipment you can put in. If you want to move something, click on the hand arrow and it'll allow you to move it. And then once you're ready, if you click save and exit, you'll see that the USSF test graphic is now saved. So now, if I want to put it into an exercise, I'll go training exercises. Again, standard or grassroots, depending on what course you're on. So if I click on standard, as I've completed the A and the B license, I can see my other exercises. I've not actually completed any of the grassroots as a candidate, so no exercise is found, but it will just change these different formats. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do it on standard, just so I can add other exercises in. So USSF test is going to be the exercise or the activity title. Sorry, but I've got to create new first. USSF test. What team function is it? So I'm looking on attacking. What are your key principles? 2v1 or 1v1? I think you can pick 3 numbers in the box. Vary the types of runs to get in. You can add your own. What's the objective? So again, might be linked into your 5 W's. Improve ability to create goal scoring chances in the final third. Key qualities, again from the US Soccer Federation's grassroots player key qualities, or you can put your own in. And then I'm happy, so I'll click next. What's your organisation? So set up our field, and you can put whatever you need to in here. So obviously you can set up half field, 2 times teams. Red team equal a 1, 4, 3. Blue team equal a 3, 3. Keywords. So what are your keywords? Maybe, you know, you can look at the roadmap. I'm just going to put a few keywords in here. Play forwards, create 2v1 and 1v1. Find openings and create openings. Guided questions, so you can put any questions in there. How can we penetrate behind the opposition defensive line, for example? I can spell it. And then you can put your answers in here. So want to create 2v1 and 1v1 opportunities, runs in behind the opposition defensive line. So you can put as much or as little detail in as you need to. Any notes you want to put in at the bottom, that's fine. And you can save your progress, or you can keep working through. When you're here on the graphics, select an existing graphic or create a new one. Now I've already created all my graphics. I think that's the easiest way to do it. So I'll go select existing graphics, go to graphic, select graphic. You can add another graphic if you need to for this activity. I don't. I'll click next. If I want to add a file, I can add a file. I don't need to. I'll click next, and then I can work out what's my age range. So U13, U14, how many players? So team 1, 7, team 2, 6. What do I think the intensity is going to be? It's going to be quite difficult. And then you can work out how many active intervals. So we're going to do 2 games of of 5 minutes with a 2-minute rest, and you can work this stuff out. So for this activity, total exercise duration will be 10 minutes. Obviously it's a part of my activity. So I click save, and now that USSF test exercise is in my library. So now if I go back to planning and I go to training sessions, so now I'm going to complete a full session. I go to create new, USSF test. Unfortunately, you've got to go through all this again, so it's sometimes worth keeping it open and copying and pasting. Improve ability to create goal scoring chances and attacking third. Team tactical principles, whatever they may be. Key qualities you can put in. You can add your own. Whatever you need to put in there, you can do. I click next. Again, what's the age group? How many players total required for this one? Intensity. Total session duration. Then I click next. And then I add those exercises. So it's 3 layers. Create your graphic, create your exercise, and create your session. So I can add this as number 1. Select exercise. And then this is why I did it on the standard one, so I can add my own, what I've already created. And I can add as many parts as I want. So obviously if you're doing play, practice, play, you may have progressions in there as well. Select exercise, so you can see now my sessions there. I can add another exercise if I want. And I'm going to click save. So now this USSF test session is there. So I can go to session and view it. And when I go to upload my sessions on the USSFD license, or any of the licenses for that matter, when I go upload session, it will pull from all of my sessions, so I'll be able to select it. So that should be an easy way to do it. Again, pretty finicky, but that's the overview of how you do this. I've done it a number of times, so I'm pretty familiar. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Any questions, give me a shout. Thank you.